I'm going to share with you now how I paint the iris. The first thing I want to go to is that I'm not attached to the particular details or even the shape of the iris, because I know that when this picture is taken, this iris look like this, but at the next second it's not. So it's ever changing. So I don't have to be attached to it, and I can have more freedom. I do want to create from is I love the passion, the feeling and the sense and this glorious, upright, this beauty, this shine from the iris. That's where I want to paint. And like we did in our little exercise, I'm just going to create a shape that resembles this iris. So I'm pulling down these colors. Now I'm looking at this shape. I'm just going for the big shape first. And again, I'm actually going quite quick, because when I go quick on the edge, there's this like I'm not creating really definitive edge, as you can see, right? Because for this shape, it changed the next second. I want to have that elusiveness of this beautiful flower. So while it's still wet, I'm going to just come in with some orangish color. And I'm going to go in where I see the darkest orange. And I will go there first and see what happens. So I'm seeing somewhere here, 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 and that's where I'm going in first. Okay, as you can probably see, I already seem to have some iris coming out. So next, I can go to maybe where there's not so much darkness, but still some beautiful colors happening. So I'm coming in maybe here, that's where I feel it, see it. And I'm being really suggestive. And as you can probably see, my brush get lighter while I'm trying to capture some of that texture on the leaf. And I'm also squinting my eyes and see if there's anything that's really dark that I'm missing. So now more of the iris coming out, that's good. So I feel I may have missed some darkness, and also because watercolor dries lighter, I'm going to come back and really strengthen where I see the darkness. Like I see darkness here and really this part, and I want to make sure I have that. That helps to define the shapes. So even we're suggestive, we are not letting go that critical point that define the shapes. All right. Now I'm looking at this stem here, and I can see that here. So that's a very important point for a plant, since that's where the energy comes from. So I always want to make sure I got that energetically right. See, I'm not saying the details right, because that's not what excites me, and everyone is different. So I'm painting what excites me, what's important for me. So I'm coming here, I just pulled some phthalo blue, a dark blue. I'm coming in. See this really intense color. See some darkness here, maybe a little bit here. Really is more of here. Okay. All right. So with this darkness, this flower is setting in the space much more. I hope you feel that too. Okay. What I'm doing is to soften some edge so that it doesn't look cut and paste, but really resting in the air. Okay, so that's good. Yes, this is what I call the first wash, and because this is drying, and I want to give it its own time to dry up before I come back to add details. But sometimes you don't have to if you feel that's just right. And this one is I did earlier, and it's also a first wash. I didn't add anything onto it afterwards because that feels complete to me. And this is where the suggestive come into, and really always listen to your own inner voice, your own inner light. Do you feel it's complete? If not, go for it. If it's complete, then it's complete for you. So, and this is another one. So this one have more of details I added after it's dry on the second part. So this now feels complete to me. So really, it all depends. So here's the thing, this painting right now has a life of its own. So at this point, I'm not just looking at my reference photo, but I'm really looking at this painting, this art right here, and see what does this want from me, rather than to make it look like that. Let's pass it, we've already passed it, but really look at your art. What does this art tells you, and start from there or end from there, so that you are not enslaved by your reference photo, but your reference photo become your inspiration.